Welcome to the 1991 season of Pro Box, the best of Matchroom Boxing. We've got lots of explosive action of newcomers winning titles, the champions and the would-be champions. We have Mickey Hughes challenging Canada's clever Donna from Boucher for the Commonwealth Championship. Harold Bomber Graham on the receiving end of the knockout of the year. And the unforgettable Chris Eubank versus Nigel Benn in the fight of the year from the National Exhibition Centre in Birmingham. We start back in September 1990. Flyweight Francis Ampofo met Swansea's Eric George. Ghana-born, Cockney-reared, Ampofo's at home at Bethnal Green's York Hall in London's East End. And we join the action at the start of round 2, commentators Dave Brenner with Jim McDonald.
Ampofo in the blue trunks and George in the red of Wales.
George just circling away, trying to get a little bit distance between him and Francis. He knows Francis is a little battleship when he gets in close. Feel the power already. I don't like to use the name. It brings back bad memories, but it reminds me of a little Zuma Nelson. He just keeps coming and very, very powerful.
That's a nice compliment, Jim. But I see what you mean. I like his aggression. I like the way he's always trying to back his man up, always working for openings. He's a real pressure fighter.
What's impressed me tonight with Francis is he hasn't taken a round to get into his rhythm. He's right from the gun, he's on it. He's a flyweight and he's fighting like a flyweight tonight. He's tended to take a round or two to get into rhythm, and against when he fought Regan, that lost him the contest.
Oh, right hand, and George is down and gone.
There's no way he's going to beat that can.
Some punch and a good win there for Ampofo. He's showing genuine potential, and he finished the season the #1 contender for the British title. On the same bill, London's Mickey Hughes, never in a dull fight. He's against Gloucester's Nick Molossia, and it's scheduled at 10 rounds at welterweight. We join the fight halfway through round 1.
Aggressive opening from Molossia.
Oh, the left connected, and well ruled the Gloucester boy.
Cool stuff from him. This guy's going to need to keep his chin tucked in, because if Mickey lands cleanly, we know all about it. Molossia's had a very good opening round. He's got 4 1 or 2 clean shots.
The right hand, which didn't travel more than about 18 inches.
Mickey won't let him off the up now.
Molossia up at 6. Got him again. Oh, that's it. All over. All over.
Well, Molossia was being warned about keeping his chin too high, and certainly Hughes knew how to take advantage of that. He really has developed into a good banger. Glasgow's Gary Jacobs next on the Hughes agenda, again at York Hall. We join the fight at the start of round 8. Hughes is behind on points, but and he needs to produce a payoff punch.
Mickey Hughes' right eye is very swollen as well, so they're both carrying the scars of battle. I'm sure Jacobs has noticed as well.
Oh, left hand, and that is the one-punch finish.
There you go.
He's gone.
He's out.
Oh, what a finish.
What a knockout. What can you say? This kid, I've got to say, is the best puncher we've ever had in this country. Absolutely thunderbolt, and that's all over.
Well, a punch like that cancels out all points arrears. Absolutely perfect, right on the point of the chin. And that count-out saw Hughes on his way to a title challenge in June of '91. And that was again at York Hall, where Hughes met Canada's Donovan Boucher, who has lots of skill, for a crack at the Commonwealth welterweight title. We join the action 1 minute into round 11, and Hughes is behind on points.
Mickey's so hungry for this title, forcing himself on, but he's met the craftsman here.
Midway through the round. And Boucher looks to have weathered the storm, that little Mickey Hughes revival in the middle rounds. And once again doing a job on the Englishman.
His concentration is tremendous, Boucher.
Was a good right hand from Boucher. And that wobbled Hughes.
Yeah, it's a good, accurate jolting shot. Mickey's
And
in
he's
trouble.
got him going.
Old Mick. He's in big trouble here, and Boucher's going for the finish in the 11th round.
And Boucher almost swings himself off his feet. What a good round by the champion.
Mickey's still keeping his hand in good position, trying to come back behind the jab and regroup himself. Boucher seems to have punched himself out a little bit there, trying to go for the finish.
And the crowd rising to both men, and quite rightly so. What a good round that was, but especially so for the champion, this man here, Donovan Boucher.
Hughes is in trouble, and how he needs to land that KO punch, the kind that floored Gary Jacobs. So back to the action for the 12th and final round.
Inside the last 10, there will be no knockdown, no knockout. It's all over, and Boucher has won. A few scattered boos, but
I'm sure most people will put their hands together and appreciate a tremendous contest from both boys.
Well, disappointment for Hughes, and his chance will surely come again. He finished the season as the #1 challenger for the British title. Jim McDonnell made his comeback in September '90. Now, I'm sure we all remember his brave bid for Azuma Nelson's super featherweight title. Now a division heavier at lightweight, he met the American Kenny Weiss. It's a tough job at London's Royal Albert Hall, but Weiss's punching credentials are good. Joined the fight 2 minutes into round 1. Dave Brenner this time is joined in the commentary by Dave Green.
well, Jim wasn't too worried about the absence from the ring. After all, he'd been out for some time when he met Azuma Nelson. Oh, great call. That was not what we want. The left did the damage. Up at 8. Near the end of the round. That was a sucker punch he walked into.
Well, in replay, and not a very good start for McDonnell. The American is certainly a good puncher, but he'll pull himself off the floor. And we rejoin at the start of round 4.
McDonald in the red, Weiss in the black. McDonald put down with a left hook for an 8 count in the last minute of the first round. We've done a lot of talking about how Jim McDonald's faring. Dave, what are your views on the American? Well, I think, you know, he's boxing fairly well. He's jabbing well. He's throwing a good left hook. He's certainly come here to win tonight. Jim seems to be getting back into it a bit now. He's, you know, after a couple of rounds, he's... Yes, we mustn't forget that McDonald has fought at the highest level, European champion, world title fights. So this should be well within his capabilities, but you do question the wisdom about keeping out of the ring for as long as he has been. That's a good left. And this is more like the McDonald we know. That's the end. Oh,
well, thankfully, Jim did recover from that painful knockout. So what next for Jim now? We'll have to wait and see. Will he return to the ring? Frankly, I hope not, because he's already accomplished enough. October 90, and it's the home again Lennox Lewis challenging Frenchman Jean Chanay for the European heavyweight crown. Chanay is a circus man, not a tumbler, but he's certainly no athlete, just a hard nut who's not going to quit. We join the action in round 1 with Chanay in trouble.
Good looping left hook from Chanay. No problem.
Lewis just sticks out a left jab. It was nothing more. And Chanay just could hardly believe it. Staggered back.
I think Chanay's been cut already, and he certainly looked to the ground. He's obviously worried about his eyes.
He's got his back to me. I can't see it at the moment, Jim.
Yeah, he's
cut between the eyes.
Bad position.
Right between the eyes. Blood pouring down. And I think we can safely say this isn't going to go 12. Lewis, impassive, hands down, stalks his man. Catches him again.
Lewis is too big, too strong.
That left jab. I've never seen a man rocked with a straight left jab like the Frenchman's being at the moment. Franz Marty calls over. The doctor. And a little wash and brush up there. You can see what a nasty cut.
And we pick up the action again in round 5. Certainly, Lewis is, well, getting some good target practice here, but he's a good game fellow. He defeated Derek Williams Chanay to win the European Championship, or retain it anyway. But he is in trouble. He's really got no chance of getting the big punch in, I wouldn't have thought. He's too smart for him, Lewis.
And once again, the jab, jerking Chanay's head back. And, well, do you reckon Franz Marty should say enough's enough, Jim?
It's very, very, very tough decision. The guy's defending his title, the title's on the line. I don't feel the cut at this present moment in time is affecting his vision, but he's taken one hell of a shellacking.
Good body shots. And the end surely can't be too far away now. Round 6.
They'll
And
start it off with good
can't be
ground.
too far.
It's all over.
It's got to be. It has to be. The eye pouring blood. Oh, no. That's it. That's got to be it. That's got to be it. Doctor says no. That's it. It's all over. It has to be finished.
Bouchard loses his title as expected. A good controlled performance from Lewis with such formidable world heavyweights around. Where next for him? He still needs experience. Michael Watson's return to the ring after his 11th round stoppage by the veteran WBA middleweight champion Mike McCullum was up against the once hotly touted Errol Christie. And we're into round 3. Dave Brenner's joined by Barry McGuigan.
Round 3. We're scheduled for 10. Surprised if it goes that long. Christie down in the first. Good boy. And Rocky in the third.
Another right
And
hand.
clinging on desperately.
Another right hand. Superb right hand from Watson. That right hand has been devastating. Another one again, and I really don't feel this fight's going to go much further. John Coyle's taking a close look at Christie. He's still badly shaken. Look at his eyes. He's hitting with the elbow.
Oh, right hand again, and he's gone.
This is the end of the fight, Dave. The referee's not going to let it continue.
No. It's all over. It's got to be all over. No. He says he beat the count, but John Coyle says enough is enough. And that, I think, might well be the last time we ever see Errol Christie in a professional boxing ring.
Well, it was a good return to action by Michael Watson after losing to McCullum. I have to felt a bit sorry too for Errol Christie, but Watson did it like a champion. Watson's next was the Australian Craig Trotter. They met in January of '91 with Watson defending his Commonwealth middleweight title. We join the action in round 5.
Trotter is giving Watson trouble here. He's coming forward, in and out, and mixing it and then getting out of the way. So he's making it an interesting fight so far. I think Watson is well ahead, but Trotter's been making it interesting. Oh, a beautiful
good
right hand as he
shot.
walked forward there. Another right hand. 3 of them in a row.
But
Trotter's in
Trotter,
trouble here, is he?
I tell you,
His legs looked a bit shaky there as they went back to the ropes.
He's game as a bagel. He's ploughing forward still.
Nice left hook as well. He's using the wrong tactics coming at Watson. Watson's best when you come at him.
And Watson's starting to land now, and land heavily.
Another right hand, 2 more right hands.
This is turning into a war.
Trotter's hurt. Another right hand, left hook.
And the crowd getting behind Watson.
This
Sort
guy
of
is
banging back at him.
Trotter's a game boy, I'll tell you. He's really making a real fight of it.
What a good exchange that was. I tell you, isn't he just turned 22, this Craig Trotter, just
Tell you
before
what.
Christmas? He's got a good future ahead of him.
He's going to go down punching if he's going to lose. And by all accounts, he's going to, because Watson really teed off on him in this round. Some beautiful sharp right hands as Trotter actually came at him, which are doubly effective because your weight is against his weight. Another right hand, 2 more, and those that are going to do the damage.
And going, and gritting his teeth and hanging on, Craig Trotter.
What a game kid this guy is.
And still trying to take the fight to Michael Watson. There's one brave boy, this.
He's not going to win this way. He should be on his back, but he's tired, he's been hurt, and he's trying to hold on.
No, he hasn't hurt Michael Watson at all. He's landed some good shots, but he hasn't even shaken him. Well, you've got to question, as Barry has so rightly pointed out, you've got to question his tactics and trying to bring the fight to Watson all the
Another
time.
left hook and right hand, Dave, just as we were talking there. Beautiful punches. Hitting Trotter right on the money.
And the Australian
he's all
did
over the
so
place.
well to get through that round.
Brave stuff from the Australian, but once Watson's got his man on the hook, he seldom misses with punches. It really is a championship performance, this one. And it's only his gameness that's keeping him in there. The start of round 6 then, the Australian's corner throw in the towel. The referee accepts it. He didn't have to, and it's a compassionate finish there for Watson as well. 3 months later at the York Hall, Watson was back in action against Trinidad's Anthony Brown. We join the start of the fight again with commentators Barry McGuigan and Dave Brenner.
Good solid right hand from Watson. Just not hanging about here, getting stuck into Brown. Brown's legs aren't working that well. He's although he's keeping on the range, he's not bouncing around the ring or wasting any energy. He should be obviously moving a bit more than that, flicking the jab. Oh, good solid right hand too. Half this guy's wins have come by the short route, so he's obviously not a bad puncher.
Well, you know, we're talking about Brown having to lose a lot of weight, but Watson looks half a weight division heavier than he does. He's a very solid man.
This guy's a good competent fighter.
Well, Watson...
Nice solid left jab, and of course Watson, beautiful professional, just put his right hand out to block it there.
He's a superb technical boxer is Michael Watson.
Watch the way he flicks that jab out of the way with his right hand. This Trinidadian is a solid puncher, there's no question about that. Oh, stop the beautiful right hand. Beautiful right hand over the top. Short little right hand, moved in. He's in trouble here.
Dave Harris says, is he all right? He says, yep, this may not go on too much longer.
We're only halfway through the round here and he's in big trouble. If he's had weight trouble, he's got a long night ahead of him, I can tell you, because he's been hurt there. Coming bombing back himself.
And right above our commentary point now, Watson.
Watson, beautiful right hand.
Brown glances over at his corner.
He's not getting up here.
It's all over.
And there it is. Here's the finish coming up now. Watson, yet again, doing the job so competently. And Watson now is set for the showdown with the WBO middleweight champion Chris Eubank, and that's coming up later. The British middleweight champion Harold Bomber Graham travelled to Torrequebrada in Spain to challenge the WBC champion Julian Jackson in a hotel casino. It's the first time that we've seen this Jackson in action from the Don King camp, and he's said to be quite a puncher. Join the fight in round 2 with Dave Brenner and Jim McDonald back at ringside.
Scheduled for 12. Jackson in the yellow, Graham in the multicoloured trunks.
There's the vaulted right hand of Jackson.
Good left right on the button.
The eye's gone.
And Jackson is hurt and through the ropes almost and in desperate trouble. The former light middle champion, his vision is affected.
I think his left eye's closed, I'm sure it
has. He's unhappy about something. And the Jackson corner, just a yard away from us, are looking desperately apprehensive.
On to round 4.
Jackson's woes started in round 2. A big right from Graham. The eye was gone. That, I think, the eye that he's had the detached retina problems with. Oh, and rocked. Looking desperately for the big one-punch finish, Jackson, but can't find it.
There's not a worse opponent I could predict to have in front of him, trying to put a one-punch knockout on Bomber Graham. And this man is elusiveness like you've never known. Absolutely fantastic defensive boxer. From the days when he used to go in pubs and tie his hands behind his back and let would-be pub guys try and take him out. They couldn't do it.
Another good round for Graham. American's corner waving him on, trying to get him off the ropes, but Jackson has so little in comparison to Graham tonight.
Jackson, to his credit, sticking to his task as desperate as it is.
But falling ever further behind him. Oh no! That's what we were worried about. He won't get up from that.
He's out.
A right hand. It's all over.
He is out.
So disaster for Graham then, who was well ahead in this casino ring, but his gamble didn't come off. The chips were down. But it certainly was the knockout of the year, and unfortunately, Graham was on the receiving end. Carl Crook, the British and Commonwealth lightweight champion, defended his title in December 90 at Preston against Ian Honeywood. And this fella must have earned his chance to become the challenger. Crook's a stylish and disciplined battler, as you would expect from an ex-paratrooper, and we joined it a minute into round 4.
I've got to say, this is an impressive performance by the champion in the face of a very spirited challenge to his 2 titles.
Absolutely. I mean, Honeywood's never really fought at this level, and he's handled it very well so far. He hasn't been overawed by the occasion. He's been very calm. I was going to say cool and collected, but I'm sure Crook will be able to let me collecting his style. Honeywood's boxing a smart fight, keeping it tight and compact and keeping the pressure on Crook. Crook's experience is showing, and he stays very calm under the onslaught.
But Honeywood is fighting at such a pace, I can't see him keeping this up 12 rounds, no matter how fit he is. I just don't think it's humanly possible.
Little graze now on Crook's forehead. Nothing great, but it's a little graze just to let him know that...
Yeah, just between the eyes.
Good right hand there from Crook, pushed on. Honeywood, nice and cool, just tucked up and bobbed and weaves with the shots. Good screw dry hand that time from Crook. Honeywood took it and comes on marching relentlessly.
Probably about Honeywood's best round this so far. He's succeeded in knocking Crook out of his stride.
He seems to have adopted the attitude. It's going to be good left hook.
Got him! Just as I said it, Crook came back as a champion should.
That's that left hook we've seen him account for other people with. It was a good shot.
Right hand, knockdown. Straight up. No compulsory count here. Box on. Never knocked out, but he has been now. It's all over. It's all over. Carl Crook has retained his British and Commonwealth lightweight championships in the most devastating style.
And in the replay now, this champion Crook has really come to the front in recent months. And accurate punching all the way. Crook then met the Mancunian from Morocco, Najib Daho, whom he defeated for the Commonwealth title. Well, this fight was scheduled, of course, for 12 rounds, and we joined at the start of round 10, and it's for 2 championships.
Adrian Morgan telling both boys to clean their act up a little bit. The heads were getting a little bit silly in the last round. Thankfully, no damage.
You know, whatever been instructed to Najib Daho, I'm sure Carl Crook's found the answers tonight. So far. You know, even at close quarters, Crook, which you weren't doing 12 months ago, is looking to outmuscle Najib Daho. Looking to bustle him and push him about. You know, he really has improved dramatically since he's become champion. Not that he weren't good when he was challenging.
Understandably, The pace has dropped. The commitment, of course, still there, but you couldn't expect that level of physical challenge to go on the full 12.
Yeah, there was a certain intensity about it. You have to be in the hall to sort of admire.
Now, Adrian Morgan telling Jack Trickett and Darky Smith to cut the verbals. And I think I'm right in saying, Jimmy, that they could get their man disqualified.
Well, only something sort of rudely anticipated over the air, but from the referee's point of view, he'll turn that as sort of verbal diarrhea because he just doesn't want to hear it. He wants them to play by the rules and stick with them. Easier said than done, obviously. Beautiful combination. In comes the towel.
Comes the towel.
The referee hasn't seen it at the moment, but the towel has been thrown in, the stool's been put in, and they want their man pulled out.
And you can't stop a fight like that in Britain. Only the referee can stop a fight.
It's been ignored.
Darky is going crazy. Adrian Morgan's ignoring him. Only the referee can stop a fight.
They've changed their mind, obviously, because the referee looks at them, Dale's come back with a shot of his own, and they're just waiting and clinging on to see what's going to happen.
Crook knows he's won. Dale might be pulled out. Morgan has stopped it. It is all over now.
Crook's delighted.
Crook becomes an active champion, and his next rival was old rival Brian Roach, and they'd previously fought a draw, and this was under the Earls Court spotlights on the Eubank Watson bill in June of '91. And we joined it in round 10, and it's been a long slog with the champion Crook always keeping Roach under control this time from their previous draw, and the moves really not been choreographed for him at all. But Crook's looking for something a bit more spectacular now. And the commentators, Brenner and Barry again.
Carl Crook in the maroon and light blue.
Yeah.
Brian Roach in the black and amber. That was a good last round for Carl Crook.
Fantastic. He came right back into the fight. He started using the right tactics again, and started moving around the ring, flicking that jab and landing the combinations. And Roach looked a bit tired at the beginning of this round and was hurt with a few good right hands. But Carl's just using the right tactics, flicking the jab and quick punches, quick combinations, and he's not getting mixed up in any rough stuff. That's what he's got to do. Roach, on the other hand, has got to come forward, and he looks really tired there with that last combination.
Yeah,
really shaky.
The right left had him hanging on, and he's
in trouble here.
He's going, and he's gone. The count is 6. The towels come in. Crook celebrating. That's it.
Tremendous finish to this fight. Well done, Carl Crook. Hard lines, Brian Roach. Oh, what a great finish. Superb.
Crook finished the season with titles intact and now moves closer to European honours, and who knows, starting to think about world title chasing. And with this kind of punch, it could happen. Over it comes. January '91, and the young and the rapidly growing Herbie Hyde, now unbeaten in 8 pro fights, meets the Jamaican-born Lenny Howard of Chelmsford in a cruiserweight 13 stone 8 contest. Well, here's round 1. It's Hyde in the white trunks.
He does actually cuff a bit with the punches, and as he steps up in class, he can't afford to actually pull back like that. He's going to have to find some other means of getting away from punches instead of taking a step back and pulling his chin up in the air, because the experienced guys will just follow in after him and nail him with a 1-2. He'll throw a double left jab and hit him with the right hand, but although that right hand is sort of thrown in some sort of like a cuffing way, he actually has lots of power in it.
Oh. And he's quick.
Just to prove my point, he's showed us what it's all about. Beautiful right hand.
Got him. The right hand hurt. And Howard in all sorts of trouble in this first round. Well, we talk about the raw power of Herbie Hyde, and you're seeing it.
Howard's in all sorts of trouble. Really badly hurt. He'd be lucky to get through the round. Watch how quickly Herbie gets on top of him again with those punches. In like a flash. Another right hand. That's it.
It's gone. He's out on his feet. It's all over. That's got to be it. Roy Francis does not even bother to take the count up. It's over inside 1 round.
Well, this fellow Hyde certainly doesn't hide in the ring, does he? Oozing with confidence and punching very accurately. 3 months later, Hyde's in action again against David Jules of Doncaster, but now fighting at heavyweight. And it's a bow tie and chandelier night, a charity night then. We join the fight in round 1 with Jim McDonald taking up the action.
He's given away a lot of weight here tonight. It'd be interesting to see if this fellow can absorb the clusters of shots that Herbie will set him up for, because he's an intelligent fighter, Herbie, and he likes to set people up while being very scientific, as you see him doing now. He'll use the jab and move side to side. Class act.
I must admit, I've got a lot of time for Herbie. He's got blinding hand speed. He's still very, very raw, but you can see there's a lot of talent there. I don't like the way he sort of leans back, holding his chin out, but these are things that can be smoothed out in the gym.
Yeah, he's got a lot of natural talent. There's a nice, smart elbow on the ground with like little spin there, you know. He's learning tricks as he goes along, and these are the type of fighters that are going to enable him to learn the profession.
Oh, what a good left, and down goes Jules. Up at 5.
He'll do well to get through this round, because Herbie's a good finisher. He's finished 9 before, and he'll be going to make it double figures tonight. Herbie totally relaxed, enjoying what he's doing.
Another left, another knockdown.
This could be stopped whenever Herbie Hyde fancies ending it.
And that, I suspect, might be it. And indeed it is.
Solid performance, quality.
5th first round stoppage win for the Dancing Destroyer.
Herbie's getting bigger and better, as though he's been in a grow bag. A real handy-looking prospect. Another hot prospect, Eamon Loughran, a welterweight from Ballymena. February 1991 in Cardiff against Nick Molossia. Scheduled for 6 rounds, we join in round 1, and Loughran's always looking for that quick finish.
Now maybe Eamon's trying to do a similar result to his stablemate Mickey Hughes, but Mickey's a good solid puncher against anyone. I'd just like to see Eamon concentrate on his own ability and work it out for himself.
Well, Mickey Hughes found that body shots were effective against Molossia. Inside the last minute. Oh, the left hook.
Good shot.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Chris Senegal waving him up. Eye contact between the boxer and his corner.
Come back with a
good right-hander.
He's trying to go yelling from the corner to get his chin down, his hands up. Solid advice and good advice. Let's hope Molossia takes it.
He's quite easy to hit, Loughran, in this opening round. No cute. So is Molossia again. Down second time.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
No, count it out.
Well, it's a first round win for Eamon Loughran, and that's a good result on his record.
The following month, Loughran's in action again, fighting Stan Cunningham of Edmonton, that's in Canada, in London's York Hall. Join round 2 with Barry and Brenner again.
He should be feeling his way with the jab, even if he's not landing, just putting it out there. Measure his distance.
Oh,
beautiful left hook.
delayed, and he's gone down.
Hit him on the side of the head. That's the sort of effect you get with that punch, and this kid's not getting up.
Oh, he's up, but looks very wobbly, up at 8. The left hook did for him. It took a couple of seconds, but he went down.
Nice body shot.
Loughran going to work now.
And this is where he's got to be careful, Loughran. Don't get wild, just finish it. That's a beautiful left hook. I'm really impressed with that body shot. It's good stuff from Loughran. He's got to keep his composure here and finish this fight nice and clean. That gets sloppy.
Midway through round 2, Cunningham looks very wobbly. Oh, he's got him again. And Richie Davis says that's quite enough, thank you.
Well, he's not short of a shamrock or two, is he, Loughran? That's 10 wins out of 11 with 1 draw. Excellent amateur credentials, by the way, fought in the World Junior Championships. In May, Loughran was back in Cardiff against Terry Morrell, and we join it in round 1.
Feel those punches coming in. Stop the left hook, but that left hook to the body of his is really perfect. He's just putting it in the right spot. And Morrell does look a bit loose around the tummy. Oh, he's already got a mark up above his left eye, Morrell.
Left eye almost closed, and he's down right hand.
Beautiful right hand. A great shot.
Bounces up. The count is 4.
Look at the mark in that left eye. It's already closed. What a right hand that was.
And that's done by punches.
Couldn't see that right hand coming. Just landed beautifully. Oh. Loughran is really improving great. Oh, those combinations are vicious. This fight isn't...
Morrell's going. And he's gone.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful combination.
Oh, we've had a right hand to the head knocked down, left hook to the body knocked down. The count is 6.
This fight's over.
He's not going to make it. At a count out in round 1. Another first round win for Eamon Loughran. And now he is starting to look a very, very good young fighter indeed.
And a second look at that, and this fella really doesn't mess about. What a good prospect he looks, and certainly a hard puncher. Former British light welterweight champion Tony McKenzie back in action at his hometown Leicester after recovering from an ankle injury. And he met Zimbabwe's King Zaka, the leading contender for the Commonwealth title. Start of round 1, McKenzie in the white trunks.
This fight was to have been for the Commonwealth title because everybody thought Tony Akubia was going to give it up. Wrong, he didn't.
Nice solid puncher from McKenzie. What's that left hook to the body earlier on in the fight? That was working very well for him, so I'm sure he's going to try that again because, as I said, King Zaka does look very weak about the body, very frail. And as he's coming forward there, he's looking very amateurish and off balance. What a beautiful left hook.
That is it. Oh my God.
Bad knockout.
Left hook. No, John Coyle's not letting him go on, and quite right too.
The kid's badly hurt. A very bad knockout. He hit the floor very hard with his head.
Well, after an enforced layoff, certainly McKenzie has lost none of his timing. In June, McKenzie met Alberto Marchong, a New Zealander, in one of the strangest fights of the year. We're joining right at the off.
Tony hasn't got his rhythm. He's just got to settle down, relax. That's a
Right hand, that's a good right hand.
A super shot.
No mandatory 8 count in British rings. Remember, that was right down the pipe. What a good shot from McKenzie. And the left hook got him. Matchroom coming back, my goodness. Right hand knocked down. Up at 4. And literally saved by the bell.
Marchong survived that early scare, and now we're into round 3.
Kenzie's got to make sure they're not to lose his composure. Oh,
no, what happened there?
the delayed reaction left hook. This guy's not getting up.
Yes, he is. This is unbelievable. I've never seen anything like this. Barry, I've got to confess, I didn't see the punch.
What he done? He hit him as he came forward with a left hook, just like that.
Got him again.
No, that's it. His head banged the canvas
I
there.
think John Paul's going to stop this.
Time.
The count is 6. The count is 8. Yes, he's all right.
He's
John
okay.
Paul's letting it
He's
go.
not okay, that's for sure.
This is unbelievable. Matchroom, a crazy streak.
McKenzie's got to make sure not to walk onto him because this guy is going crazy with those punches, and he is a solid guy. McKenzie just got to keep him at distance. He's really hurting. That's the finishing punch.
John Coyle will stop this, I'm sure.
Well, there's 3 times in the first round, so he has to stop it.
It's all over, knockout.
Well, Machong there, it was up and down like a yo-yo and very strong willing. But Mackenzie was simply too good for him. And there he is, on his way out and displaying his fine tattoo. May 91, Tottenham's Bernard Paul made his pro debut at York Hall. He met the Bristol southpaw Trevor Royal in a 6-round lightweight contest. And we joined the start of round 1 with the old firm of Barry and Brenner again.
You just right away notice how well built these two guys are. In particular, Paul, who's built absolutely fantastic physique. Got the beautiful V shape, big arms, big upper body. And Trevor Royal's not that badly built either. Not the greatest thing in the world to have your pro debut against a southpaw. From Paul's point of view, beautiful right hand, perfect shot.
Well, that's a way and a half to start your first round in professional boxing.
You see what he done there, Dave? He threw the right hand, he dummied with the left and just threw a short right hand, absolutely perfect shot. And done it again just now. So he's got Royal in trouble here. Be interesting to see how he finishes, if he does finish. Beautiful left hook, that's it.
Well. He's not going to get up from that, I tell you.
Beautiful.
I think Reg Thompson might call it a day. The legs have gone. That's it, it's all over. That's a hell of a start.
Well, Paul's looking useful, and his second fight was back at York Hall the following month. He moved up a weight to light welter against the Welshman David Jenkins. Start of round 1.
There goes Bernard. Oh dear, down goes Dave Jenkins.
This could be a very early night.
Dear, oh dear. Oh, he stopped it. Oh, I don't believe it.
And that's a very quick win.
That's got to be one of the quickest we've ever seen. That's outrageous.
He just flew across the ring like a sprinter, and that was the end of the story.
Well, that took your breath away there as you watches that. That's the quickest knockout of the pro box season, 16 seconds. Nigel Benn, the most exciting performer in Britain, back from losing his WBO middleweight title to Eubank against the game Midlander Kid Milo, and they clashed at the packed International Centre at Brentwood, Essex, and we joined at the start of round 1.
They're scheduled for 10 rounds.
Apparently patience has been brought into his make-up now, so he may try and set Milo up, and Milo's going to try and gain, if he doesn't already possess it, in confidence as the fight unfolds. Crunching shot, and Milo's in all sorts of trouble. Trying to fire back, but
Ben's stalking him like a tiger.
Ben looks ferocious. Milo's in big trouble already. He won't take many more of them. He needs to grab hold of Nigel, let his head clear.
And he can't.
He's trying to fight back. He wants to adopt a bit of a Michael Watson attitude, get the gloves up, because he's going to get knocked out here and now.
It was the left hook that started it from Ben. That was a hell of a punch. At the moment, the shot's starting to bounce off the top of Milo's head.
Milo in trouble early on, and we joined the fight again at the start of round 4.
Nigel Benn's looking for the right hand, and there it is. That's the shot.
That left eye is looking a sorry state now. The left eye really is starting to close up Kid Milo's.
There's another low blow, and Ben spits out the gum shield.
Larry O'Connell says, oh, come on, Nigel, enough of the old madam.
Kid Milo's laid back, just looks at Nigel as if to say, you want it, you can have it, but I'm sure that was a legitimate low blow. Nigel's not one to cry and call for.
Yeah, he was right in the boot factory, that was.
Oh, that was a good shot.
He's got him again.
Right hand over the top, come back to the left hook, right on the bell.
Now the count continues. The count continues. The count continued after the bell, but Milo was up.
And Larry O'Connell's just looking in, making sure things are okay. Nigel looking over, the coolest man in the hall. He stopped the fight. He stopped the fight. Good decision from Larry O'Connell, because I think the only thing that would have come Kid Milo's way in that round was an avalanche of lever and power blasting stuff from Nigel Benn. Excellent performance, 10 out of 10.
Well, I agree with that. Good performance from Ben, with Milo badly cut with that final punch here. And surely the rematch with Ben and Eubank is now on the cards. Chris Eubank was on the undercard of the McDonald and Vice fight back in September 90, defending his WBC international middleweight crown against Ronaldo dos Santos of South America. And at the start of the fight, Eubank's in no mood to hang around.
Seven, he's not going to make it. He hasn't. Oh, that's amazing.
Eubank entitled to look at his handiwork there, and there's no answer to that. And November that year, the big fight was on Ben and Eubank. Their rivalry is bitter, so there's no way, surely, that this one could stay for a points decision. And we're into the start of round one. Ben came in as the betting favourite, but certainly Eubank totally disagreed with that. And this really is where they're getting rid of that needle at the early part of the fight.
Chris, he's got to keep his hands up. He's going to be unloading Ben.
And he does not want to get trapped in the corner.
That's right. He's come back himself, Chris. A couple of good hooks. Got to get those hands up. Benner's going gunning for him. No messing about here. No fancy boxing. It's just slam bang.
Well, we've yet to really ever discover whether Eubank can take a shot tonight. We will find out if he can.
We certainly will.
And remember, 13 of Ben's fights have ended inside a round. And a further 8 in round 2. This guy does not hang about.
Good right hand from Eubanks. Good right hand. Very good.
And that hurt Ben.
Listen, Ben's legs are shaking. This is trouble for him here. Here we have Chris smiling at him again. He's got to do it all tonight.
So we move on to round 2.
This is a war. Good left hook. Ben's out. Ben's out.
And Eubank comes storming in.
Ben is in trouble. That was a brilliant left hook.
Jump on the ropes and taking punishment.
Big trouble. This
He
is what
comes
he's
back. This is what he did against Logan.
He's at his most dangerous now.
His legs are gone,
Eubanks
Ben.
has got him. There's big trouble here. This is it. Now what? Be careful.
This is what I was saying all along. Eubanks is accurate. He gets a man in trouble.
What a fight. Into round 8.
The hunter has now been hunted at this stage of the game.
Ben is fighting like a true champion. He has taken an awful lot. And that eye damage is wicked. He's never been hurt as well. Oh, right hand and down.
Chris disputing that he got caught, but
Compulsory 8. I don't know what Eubank was complaining about. Eubank scoring well with the jab this round.
Oh, right.
Oh,
This is it.
Gone.
This is the end of
He's
it.
gone.
This is the end. This is the end. Referee's got to step in soon.
Ben trying to come back. I think this is a desperate round for the champion, who's so tired.
He's really at 6s and 7s here. He's in big trouble. Eubanks has got to take this opportunity. Here we go. Is this
It's all over. It's all over.
And he finished well there, Eubank. Didn't make a mistake when he had his man going. And in replay there, with the American referee Richard Steele primed to dive in there. And he knows that he's got Ben going and he's not going to stop. Canadian champion Dan Sherry, Eubank's first defence in his hometown of Brighton, of February 91. Eubank in control, but Sherry's tending to be a bit cocky.
He's almost out on his feet, the Canadian.
This fight is not going to last much longer. Oh, hold on a second. Referee.
Sherry goes down like he's been bazookaed. Eubank was naughty. He will get a point deducted. They're calling a timeout. Sherry thought about it and he figured, I'll go down.
With this, Eubank was lucky not to lose his title. Well, the backheader he admits was an expensive impulse. Model boxer Gary Stretch, the second defence in April of 91 at the Olympia. Well, he was talkative, but was he really a threat to Eubank? We joined the action in round 6, with Stretch in trouble, really, for shoving Eubank.
Now the referee has deducted a point from Gary Stretch for pushing his man, and that is, well, he needs that. Stretch deducted a point for pushing his man to the canvas. Oh, a good right hand! He's in trouble now. He's down. It had to happen.
The strength of Eubanks, as he opened up there, was something to frighten people.
He's up at 8.
Stretch is in big trouble now. He really doesn't know where he is. And Eubanks will be looking
The
to
legs have
finish
gone.
it.
He's gone. He's out of the ring. He's almost on top of us. We're seeing the end. He's up at 8.
The bravery of Gary Stretch.
No, it's all
to stop the contest.
It's finished. The Stretch dream is over.
Well, in replay, Eubank has been patient. Now's the time to turn the heat on then. Simply the best simply became too strong for Stretch. By public demand, it's Michael Watson, who'd also knocked out Nigel Benn, was Eubank's next challenger in the electric atmosphere of Earls Court 2 on June 2nd. It's round 5.
This is a very close fight, and both guys are boxing absolutely superbly. The tactics have been excellently executed, and it's really it's a game of physical chess here. They're trying to outscore one another, outthink one another, and it's whoever breaks the other tactics first. Whoever breaks his way of thinking. Oh, what a right hand! Beautiful. That was the best shot of the fight, Dave. What a right hand. Fantastic.
And that was out of nowhere. That was so quick, and you saw Watson's knees just wobble.
On to round 10.
Getting a little bit erratic, Chris. The composure seems for a split second to come out of him.
Well, that was the body shot.
And Michael obviously noticed, closing the gap. Oh, what a
Tremendous round this.
What a cracking fight. No good looking out the ring. No one's going to help you now.
Eubank does look in a little bit of trouble in this round.
He certainly is.
He's going.
I think the tiredness has finally crept in. The body shots have paid their price, which has been taken all through the fight. Now it's down to will to
He's
win.
looking a little bit wobbly now, is Chris Eubank. And Watson's looking desperately tired as well.
But Watson still forcing the pace. Chris has got to dig in if he wants to retain his title. The quality's coming out of his work now, and he's just getting sloppy and throwing shots for the sake of throwing them.
Round 12 with both boxers giving their all.
He really is tired now, Chris. He'll be glad to hear the bell.
That's Eubank finishing the tied with the 2. Watson jab, 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 jab. That's how you get points. That's what wins you rounds. Eubank, a last lung-shattering effort.
What a brilliant fight.
One of the best, Jimmy, one of the best.
This is one of the best I've seen for a long time. Both guys are going to think they've got the title. Now it's up to the judges.
115 points to 113. The winner, and still the WBO champion of the world, Chris Eubank!
Well, Eubank retains the championship. Watson can't believe it. And surely a rematch will also be by public demand. Well, that's all from the 1991 Matchroom season. Plenty of ups and downs, and I hope you've enjoyed it.
Well, as we know what would happen in the rematch to that fight, unfortunately Michael Watson will become really badly hurt. But thanks for watching, and yeah, leave a like, subscribe and leave a comment. Ta-ta for now.